Let us inform you about Bharata First Knowledge Center, an initiative that will help each one of you and transform the way you learn. You can go to our website kc.bharatafirst.com for more details. Register now and avail the limited period early bird offer. It's a learning experience like never before.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Bharata First. I'm Frank Rausen Pereira. This is FRP Explains. Today I'm going to talk about a contentious and a very important issue, a debate around which has been going on for several decades now. Reservation. The framers of the Constitution thought about reservation as a temporary provision because they truly wanted to help out those who were backward and those who needed some kind of support. That system has continued on for many more decades and right into 2021 as well. What was supposed to be temporary in nature now seems like it is permanent just because we've not had the political will to go through with a tough decision surrounding it. Reservations have gone up so much that it has now reached almost 60% in government jobs and in government institutions. Add to that the 3% disability reservation, and it becomes close to 63%. What is left? Another 37% for everybody else to battle it out and fight for it. I am not against reservation. Reservation is very good, and the framers of our constitution did the right thing by bringing about this in our constitution itself. But what has happened is those who have received the benefits have only continued to keep getting the benefits, and those who really deserve it have been left behind still. So there is an urgent need to take a look at our reservation policy that we have right now, and we should ensure that it only goes to those who truly deserve it. For instance, the 3% disability benefit is great. We know that they have a problem, there is an issue, so why not give them a helping hand when they need it? That is something that we can see, it's measurable, and we can decide upon it and go through with it. When we can have a creamy layer for the other backward castes, why can't we have the same for SC and STs? It's doable, it's workable. When you can work it out for the OBCs, have a creamy layer everywhere across the board. So this way you will only help out those who truly need it and not generations together. An argument is made that yes, generations together they have gotten it, but their society and their community as a large has really benefited and helped. Is there a study that has been undertaken? I don't know. I'm unaware of it, so I will not comment further on it. But it doesn't look like, at least the perception isn't that the entire community as a whole is being helped. It looks like there is nepotism there as well, and only certain families are really helped and get the benefit that has been offered. That is another aspect. We also have different states doing their own thing, so reservation going up even further. And now we are talking about reservation in private jobs as well. So if we have only reservations and nothing else, there will be a time where we'll have only quotas and everybody gets into quota. There are very few people in India who are privileged any which ways, like the Ambanis and maybe a few others. All the others are backward because that's the argument that is being made as well by most of the people in the country, that look at how our healthcare system has collapsed. Look at how badly we are performing. We are not even an aspirational India. We are a backward India. So we are backward as a whole. So let all of us get reservation, because I have seen how beneficial it has been in my life. I'm a Christian. I've studied in missionary institutions all through my life, and it has been so easy for me to get into any one of these top institutions where I studied in. I remember a time when I was trying to get into college, or when I was getting into college. I wasn't trying. When I was getting into college, I remember many of my peers and many of my friends were, filling up multiple forms because they didn't know whether they would get into their college of choice. So they would fill up multiple forms to try and get that one seat. I didn't care. I went to one college, picked up that one form, filled in that one form and submitted it. never caring too much about marks or anything else or the courses that I picked. I chose the courses. I didn't even give the option that, I don't mind taking any course in this college. Chose the option that I wanted, didn't apply anywhere else, didn't go anywhere else, and I got it. There was no problem at all. So I know I have benefited from it. That's why I'm saying, the others too, those who have benefited should not continue to get the benefits. And I don't blame those who are taking the benefits. If the system allows you to do it, there is nothing illegal about it. If the system allows you to do it, you will make the most out of it because you want the best for yourself. And that is what is happening. So the policy itself needs to change. We need to make some kind of amendments to the existing policies so that it is not misused and it really goes to those who really deserve it and who want it. Now we've started this new reservation EWS category as well, 10%. Do all those people who get into the EWS category really deserve it? Because I have gone for mock interviews at UPSC institutes, and these mock interviews, especially this time around and even a little bit of last time, were held online as a result of the pandemic. And the person, when you go through the person's detailed application form, the person has attached an EWS certificate. And in the background, you can see there is an AC here, there is another AC there, there are some beautiful paintings in the house. The person doesn't look like he's in any way EWS. But the person has applied EWS category and is going through the so-called UPSC system itself. If the UPSC cannot filter them out, who will? So these are some of the things that we need to really ponder about and think about. Where it is required, it must be given, it should be taken forward. There is no doubt about that. We have to help all our citizens go forward, and we should help all our citizens to progress further. But where the system is being misused or where the system has loopholes, it's not even misused. Where the system has loopholes, those loopholes need to be plugged because this can't go on forever. There will be a time if we don't put a check to this at some point in time. If it wasn't for the Supreme Court, probably reservation would have reached 90% by now. But thanks to the Supreme Court, at some level, it hasn't gone up. There have been several recommendations that have said that it has worked. I agree with that. But an aspirational India, an India that looks to the future, needs to go by merit at some level as well. And this multiple layers of reservation can't continue. Where you'll get reservation in your institution, you'll get reservation in your job, you'll get reservation in your promotion, and you'll get reservation everywhere. This is something that we need to take a relook at as well, because it will do us good for our country as a whole. That's it on this edition of FRP Explains. If you like the content, please like the video, subscribe, and then hit the bell icon along with all notifications. For those of you who would like to come forward to contribute to keep this content alive, you may do so by clicking or using the UPI IDs. A small contribution that you make will go a long way in us helping you bring this content to you. That's it from me. See you again next time.
Let us inform you about Bharata First Knowledge Center, an initiative that will help each one of you and transform the way you learn. You can go to our website kc.bharatafirst.com for more details. Register now and avail the limited period early bird offer. It's a learning experience like never before.